Hello lovely world hearts, it's Lisa here. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. I thought I'd do us a reading today and let's light a candle and bring in the light for these negative energies. Today we are going to be exploring the negative energies that are possibly holding you back. So obviously as a highly sensitive person, you're very aware and in tune with what's going on around you. And so I've pulled some cards off camera, and I've also got my little tarot deck here in case we need to clarify. But before we get started, let me introduce myself if you're new here. My name is Lisa Parks. I'm an HSP, intuitive coach and writer, and I teach highly sensitive souls how to journal with tarot cards to unlock your intuitive and creative gifts and find your true voice. So, pour yourself a cuppa, settle in, and let's get into today's message. Today's message is, this is your inner child that's absorbing negative energies. Let me explain. Let's just read the back of this card. This is to start us off. You are enough just as you are, and you are loved. If you don't have a model for love, imagine yourself as a child. Perhaps you have a favourite picture of yourself as an adorable 5-year-old. Look into your own sweet eyes and acknowledge just how special you are. That child inside still needs your tenderness, and so does the adult you. Please don't abandon yourself. Instead, tap into the ocean of love inside. So I think we're more prone to absorbing negative energies that go on around us when we are in the energy of our inner child. So the past is becoming the present, and we forget that we're loved, and we maybe abandon ourselves to stay connected to other people. Your inner child would have had to have developed coping strategies to stay safe. So maybe your inner child was around unsafe parents, chaotic parents, drunk parents, parents who love to create conflict, were always arguing, and you were stuck in the middle of that and you were absorbing it. I'm sensing that maybe you had a pet. You had a pet that was that may have kept you company, that may have been an ally as a friend, as a child. So we start this reading by tuning into the energies of your 5-year-old self. If another age comes to mind, like trust your intuition. If you see yourself as a 7-year-old or a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old, but there's something that happened to you in the past that is playing out in the present and is asking for your attention, and that child is asking for your tenderness, but your adult you needs some compassion as well. So stay tapped inside to the inner child energy. So that's what we're working with here today. I think as we become adults and we go further down the healing path, we start to develop boundaries, energetic boundaries, emotional boundaries, mental boundaries, and we don't absorb other people's stuff as much. And when we're in the inner child energy, we're running all over town looking for people to choose us. Pick me, but we're actually running around after people who are emotionally unavailable normally, or who mirror back to us that energy of the parent who we felt abandoned, rejected, or were hurt by. So we're very vulnerable when we're in this energy. We need the adult part of us to step in and protect us from other people's stuff, basically. So so we start our reading there. Let's see what's next. Oh, someone's not telling you the truth. It could be that you're not telling the truth to yourself, that you're in denial about something, but I actually think this is that represents the sword of truth, the light shining in the darkness. I feel like someone's not being very honest with you. I mean, whoever comes to mind when you're listening to that reading is probably who it is. It might be you not being honest with yourself, but I get a sense it's someone else. or that you're around people that are in denial and that aren't telling the truth. And maybe as the truth teller, you keep copping the blame for everything. You keep getting, caught between a rock and a hard place. It's interesting because there's a full moon there in the background, and I believe that we're about to have a full moon in Virgo on Friday the 24th of February. It's coming up. I think this full moon is about self-care. So again, it is about taking care of and protecting yourself. I mean, you don't really want to be around people that are lying, do you? Have you ever been around people that are in denial? They're really difficult to spend time with. Everything you say that exposes the truth just sets them off. They just get triggered so easily by you speaking the truth. I'm drawn to the word warrior on this card. I'm feeling like you're having to fight for something. Fight for your reality, fight for your truth, fight to be heard, fight to stay with your own mind. I mean, this person could be rising up out of the water, but this person could also be drowning in the water, trying to keep their head above water, fighting to stay alive. I mean, that sounds a bit dramatic, doesn't it? But maybe you are in survival mode, which does mean that you're fighting to stay alive. Like every day is bloody knackering when you're in survival mode. So maybe that's how that links into the self-care. And it is time to take good care of yourself in this Virgo full moon. If I've got time, I might do a card reading for the Virgo full moon. Oh, look. Exchanging gifts. Is someone manipulating you with gifts? Is someone using money or, dangling a carrot in front of you and saying, you can have this, or if you do this, that and the other? This card is actually about an imbalance of energy. So, there needs to be equal give and take in relationships. But this feels like someone is taking from you, and they could just be taking your energy from you. So again, if you're that vulnerable inner child and you don't know how to protect your own energy, you will feel like people are taking you for granted. You will feel like people are maybe you find it hard to say no to people. What's that in the cat's hand? I'm also noticing how the fairy or the ballerina, whatever you want to see that as, is wearing a mask on her face. So it's like, it does feel like there's a duplicitous energy here of somebody pretending to be something they're not. Yeah, they're hiding their true selves. That could be you. You could be hiding your true self from someone. But I get the impression that it's someone else. I'm also drawn to the cat. Cats represent, the energy of the cat is the energy of independence. So is it someone that won't let you be your own person? Do you need to break out of the box, break out of the mould this other person's put you in? Do they have expectations of you? Are they expecting stuff from you? Do they want something from you? But you just want to be free of that. You want to be your independent self. Interesting. Curiouser and curiouser. Yes, whoever it is that you're thinking of, whether it's yourself or someone else, you're actually bang on the money. Trust your intuition. Because that's who it is, whoever you're thinking of. Quite revealing, isn't it, when the cards show up like that? Oh, it's someone that's quite dramatic and overly emotional. Can't control their own feelings. Can't control their own feelings. There's a bit acting like a bit of a princess, bit high maintenance. Who's that? It's not very nice being whipped up in a hurricane, isn't it? Or waiting for the hurricane or the storm to pass. Stormy environments always make me think about high conflict environments. It's back to this person who's being duplicitous. Like maybe they're pretending to be really nice to everyone else, or being nice to your face, but actually there's some kind of drama or chaos around them, or they're trying to suck you into their drama and chaos. Maybe they're acting like the victim, and they're saying, help me, I'm in this storm. Help, Penelope Pitstop. But you don't need to rescue adults from their own storms. Most of their storms are of their own making, so they're going to have to learn how to deal with that for themselves. I just get a sense that this energy is very drama-fueled, maybe angry, maybe high conflict. I don't know if that resonates. If it does, let me know in the comments below. Let's see if we can find out more about this stormy person. Yes, they want a row. They're looking for an argument. They're trying to goad you into an argument with them. They want an argument. But I also feel like this card is saying, can you not get into an argument with them if that's what they want, but can you also stand up for yourself? Can you resist their need to look for a row? I mean, being around this energy is really negative, and most highly sensitive people are conflict avoidant because they've grown up in houses where they've absorbed tension and negative energy. But we do tend to attract in people like that if we're in the inner child, if our boundaries aren't strong enough, if we don't protect our energy, if we don't know how to take care of our energy. I'm getting a sense it's a woman, just because they're all women on these cards. Yeah, and as the card said, whoever you're thinking of, it is that person. I always think when we struggle with women, relationships with women, it's because we've had siblings, female siblings that we've had conflict with, or we've not known how to resolve things with, or we've had a mother that's particularly tricky. Again, we're back to the castle again. This person is a bit of a princess, or is a bit entitled. Feels like they're entitled to something from you. You know, that exchanging gifts. They want something from you and you don't want to give it to them. But if you protest and you say no, they're going to kick off because they feel like they're entitled to it. Ew, it's horrible energy, this. Don't like this energy at all. There's a lot of negative energy that you're in. Let's see if we can find out a bit more. What's occurring? Oh, they're definitely coming to disrupt your peace. Yeah, do you know people like that come in that actually their goal is to knock you off your perch, is to trigger you with their storms and their drama and drag you into their drama. And the only way to keep your peace is to stay centered and calm, is to realise that that's what their game is and you're not having a part of it. You're not going to get drawn into that. You're not going to get sucked in. You're going to hold your energy, stay with yourself. Oh, look, there you go. It's a female energy that's coming through really strongly. I don't know if that resonates for you. I would think that most of the people that follow me have probably got painful relationships with their parents, because that is also my story, and so my energy will resonate with you. If you had a mother who demanded things from you, felt like she was entitled to your time and energy, needed you to say yes to her all the time, you couldn't say no to her because she would be stormy and create arguments, then yeah, I feel you. That is not a mother that's easy to be in a relationship with. It's a childish mother, it's a narcissistic mother, it's a mother that's also in their inner child. So maybe, you were raised, so you were mothered by a childish mother. So your inner child had to be the parent. They weren't allowed to be a child. If we go back to that card there. Oh, that's very sad, that is. That's a horrible energy to grow up in. Yes, look at that. You didn't have anyone to hold you like Mother Earth holds you. You didn't have anyone to co-regulate with, to ground your energy with, to support you. You had someone that just whipped everything up into a frenzy and made it into a big drama so they could be the centre of attention. And I'm drawn to the cube here. You needed someone to come in and put an energetic field around you to protect you. a field, quite literally. This reminds me of where I went walking today. I went walking today and we saw all the first shoots of spring, you know, like the bulbs coming through. And, you know, a mother's job is to nurture you so you can come into bloom, like as a blossom and flourish as a person. And if you didn't have that as a child growing up, it will be very difficult for you to nourish and soothe and take care of yourself. And that's maybe why we're tuning into that full moon energy of Virgo, which is about self-care. It's a message that you're not to get drawn into any of this drama, because this drama is a distraction from you being connected to you and taking care of yourself. What's this one? Oh, give each other some space. Yeah, sometimes you can't set boundaries with people like this, but you need physical space from them. You don't want them in your energetic aura. You don't want them around you. Lots of space, like preferably galaxies and planets. Let's read this one, shall we? Sometimes it's hard to work out our differences when we don't have enough space. Yes, because you need to come back into you and gather your energy back to you and be with yourself so you can listen to yourself and work out what you need or what your inner child needs. So take a step back to create room for authentic conversation. Perhaps you need to consult with a therapist to guide you through the emotional thicket. Yes, I mean, if it's mother stuff, it's a mother wound. You definitely do. And what I can say, I recently made a video on being estranged from tricky family members, and my real healing didn't start until I was estranged from my mother, because having her energy, negative energy in my energy field, and playing out our patterns and the habits, the toxic and dysfunctional dances or relational patterns that we got ourselves into, I couldn't really free myself from that until I had space from her. You cannot heal in the place that made you sick, and that is so true. It says, or maybe you just need some new tools for healthy communication. Well, I think when you've got a mother like that, you need to learn how to set boundaries, and you need to learn assertiveness. You need to learn how to be confident and be able to find your voice and speak up for yourself. And for your inner child, that will be terrifying, because her voice was the only voice that mattered. Whatever it is, don't try to fix it right now. Give each other space. Yes, you need time out from this energy, from this negative energy. Can you put space between you and this negative energy, whatever it is? Oh, look, there you go. Bloom. You can't you can't heal in the place that made you sick. That's what I was just trying to say. You're not going to flourish. You're not going to step into your power. You're not going to become, reach your full potential and be who you really are, because you're downtrodden. Like it's someone that's come along and trampled all over the flowers and doesn't really give a shit about the fact that they have, because it's just about them. You come through with their storm and cut all the heads off the flowers. As long as they're all right, that's all that matters, really. Yeah, you didn't experience healthy love as a child. You experienced this well, it's a dishonest love, because it was never about you. It was always about the other person. It was always about the parent. I am sensing this is a narcissistic parent that we're dealing with here. Blooming horrible energy, it really is. Yeah, and you need to take yourself away to your cocoon. You need to cocoon, and that maybe that's the space that you need. You need space and time for yourself, and that self-care. You need to rest in. I mean, that literally is a cocoon that the caterpillar goes into before the chrysalis, isn't it? It's what's called, before the butterfly spreads its wings. And there's that full moon again. So actually, this Virgo full moon that's coming up on Friday the 24th of February, is about taking, what can you do to take care of yourself? Sometimes just not engaging in that really toxic, high conflict energy is the best thing you can do. But I find with people like that they up the ante. Like if you step back from it and you don't get involved in the drama, then they try and come in and prod and poke you from, here you go. They play the victim. That's what I'm getting off this card. Look, poor me. How can you be horrible to me? I'm such a nice person. You are being really mean to me. It's all about me. That's interesting, isn't it? I'm drawn to the fact that she's wearing these bright red boots. That's what's making me think it's very victim-y. Like, I'm very, very sad, but look at my bright red boots. I'm being very, very sad to get attention, to manipulate you into focusing your energy back on me, because the energy needs to be on me all the time, because I can't hold myself. I can't be with myself. I don't know how to be my own person unless I'm feeding off of you. It's just, that person is so barren without the attention. They've just got no sense of self unless they're feeding off of you. And that is the negative energy. They're like an emotional vampire, is what I want to say. Oh, it's a very toxic energy that you're sitting in. Oh, this one's a bit different. Oh, is this person a drinker? Do they like a drink? Are they an alcoholic? Sea Witch, Queen of Cups. Honouring your emotions is one of the highest forms of self-care. Yes, we're back on the self-care. The Queen of Cups in the tarot is the queen of being emotionally intelligent, emotionally resilient, and very connected into her intuition and her feelings. And as a highly sensitive person, if you grew up with a mother like that wasn't role modelling emotions in a healthy, positive way, maybe you're frightened of your own emotions, but being cut off from your emotions means you're cut off from your intuition. You need some time out. Look at that. She's sat out on the veranda, just having time out. Notice that the water around her is calm. It's not stormy. Get away from the stormy seas. Whoever this person is that's trying to whip up a storm and drag you into it. They can take that somewhere else, thanks very much. Oh yeah, look. Oh, you just need to chill out. Nine of Pentacles is about your self-esteem and valuing yourself. But here it says pause and savour the results of your success. You get yourself to safety. Get yourself away from the stormy seas. Value yourself. Know that you are a person who's deserving and worthy of being treated with respect and love and kindness. Not what this other person's offering you. If it's your mother, I'm sorry, because I just think those people shouldn't have children. I think the reason they have children is because it fills up holes in them. They have kids as an eternal source of supply and unconditional love, and that's where their self-esteem is based. But they haven't got a very strong sense of self, I don't think. Just noticing that she's in this hammock, but it's like between two trees, and I almost feel like these trees represent solid, healthy parents, the healthy parents that you should have had. So you've got the mother one side, the mother tree one side, the father tree the other. That, are holding you. That's what you should have had as a child. A child who's got strong esteem, that knows their worth and value, feels loved and protected by their parents. But if we go back to this card, you just don't feel like you're enough. You never felt like... But you wouldn't be enough for someone that's really stormy and emotionally demanding. They literally will bleed you dry of all your energy. You'll never get it right. You'll never be enough for them. They're like a bottomless pit. They just suck the life out of you. The Queen of Wands. Replace your self-doubt with self-confidence. Yes, absolutely. Believe in yourself. This is going back to that whole stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to stand up and be counted. You're not going to tolerate that anymore from this person, whoever they are. There's something around beauty here and loving who you are. I don't know if you had a mother that spoke negatively about your body image or criticised you, and you find it hard to look in the mirror now and love yourself. Have you ever investigated Louise Hay's mirror work? I think there's a book on it, but it's actually really difficult. So those of my Wildheart journalers who already find it hard to take to their journal on a regular basis because they find it hard to sit with themselves, this kind of, if you're looking to ramp it up another level in terms of your self-development, go to the mirror every day and look yourself in the eye and tell yourself you love yourself and see what happens. When I do it, I cry. I'm getting there though. Or maybe take that photo of that 5-year-old or that little child inside of you and be able to look in their eyes and tell them that they're safe now. There are no more storms. Storms have passed, and you're going to take really good care of them. Wow, what a reading. There's a lot of negative energy around you. If you would like to clear your negative energy, I do offer a session which is called energetic cord cutting, and I also offer a session called Unlock Your Magic, which is an intuitive reading, and we can pull cards for your specific situation and creatively problem solve them together using your intuition and working out what's right for you. So I'll leave links to that in the comments below. I'd love to be able to do that for you. It is really important as a highly sensitive person not to absorb other people's stuff and to be a mirror and reflect it back to them. So I hope you found today's reading helpful, and I will see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now.